Welcome back to class. Today we have an Express Magic Circle class. We're going to focus on upper back and shoulders, and you'll be all worked and ready to go for your day. So let's get started. We're going to lie down in a prone position into our swan, and we're going to take our circle with us and add a little extra kick. You're going to straighten your arms long in front of you. Bring the length of your hands along the pads of the circle. Separate your legs mat width distance apart, or you can go a little narrower. Depends on how you're feeling for the day. I like to start wide and then see how that feels on my back. And then if I want more of a challenge, as we move through repetitions, you can work the legs narrower. So your arms are going to be long in front of you. You're going to bring your forehead to the mat in your face plant position. And then from here, take a couple of moments to just plug the shoulders up and down the back. So like you're shrugging your shoulders up towards your ears and then pulling them down and away. And I want you to feel the direct feedback you get from the circle. As you engage the shoulders down the back, you start to feel how the magic circle pulls in towards you. That's exactly what we want. When the shoulders are shrugged up towards the ears, the circle is more distal from the body. And we also feel how that distal feeling pulls the shoulder blades almost off the back. They don't quite feel like they're where they need to be. So I want you to feel the difference between the two shapes and then start to engage the shoulder blades down the back. So you feel those bottom tips of your scapulas not just draw down, but almost hug towards center a little bit. And you feel those collarbones nice and wide. Your back should feel nice and engaged. Take a little squeeze in on the circle if that helps with the feeling. Now from here we move into our classic swan. Lift your abdominals up off the mat. Feel your pelvis engage towards the floor so your lower back is long. And then lift your head and heart up into your swan. Now keeping the shoulders plugged down the back, the circle might come in closer to you. That's exactly what we're looking for. So keeping the shoulders plugged down the back, lift your abdominals and find your long diagonal spine. Keep lengthening as you lower down. So I'm lengthening from my abdominals. So the shoulders stay down the back. They're not shrugging towards my ears. I'm not actively reaching the circle away. I'm letting the lengthening of my abdominals as I lower down determine the distance the circle is away from me. Let's take that again. Exhale, lift up. Plug the shoulders down your back. Lift your abdominals. Keep the collarbone nice and wide. Keep your gaze neutral. We don't want to be too far back or too tucked forward. And then slowly lengthen from your center. Come all the way back down. Let's take that 2 more times. Exhale, lift up. Maybe find a little squeeze in on the circle. Keep the lower back long. We don't want to dump into the lower back. Abs up, pelvis down. Take it back down to the mat. Your final time here, lift up and hold. Feel really long and lifted. Really connect into that center line. You should feel your abs and upper back working like crazy here. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lengthen all the way back down. And then take one hand away. Press yourself up, and we're going to come to a Sphinx position for a little single leg kick. Recentering on your mat. Same feeling with the hands. Long fingers onto the pads of the circle. Forearms come down to the mat. Elbows come under your shoulders. Legs this time will zip together behind you. Now from here, find that squeeze in on your circle, and I want you to feel your back squeeze. It's easy to take this all into the hands or kind of squeeze the forearms close together and not actually activate the circle from your back muscles. So I want you to feel those shoulder blades plug down your back and feel those bottom tips of those shoulder blades hug in towards center and feel how that initiates the squeeze on your circle. Keep that little engagement towards center. Single leg kicks, lift the abdominals, bend your right knee, pulse towards you twice and lower down. And pulse, pulse, switch and lower. Think that you go deeper towards your booty each time. So we don't want a lot of ricocheting happening. This is a controlled movement. And switch. We have 5. And 4. And 3. Keep lifting up and away, actively press the mat away. Last time. Lower down, take a break, press back to come to kneel, or take a child's pose and just shake it out for a moment. So extension work, it's the full posterior chain. So even though I did say upper back at the beginning, we will get a lot of extra work in other parts of our back body. Lots of BOGO deals today with this magic circle class. All right, let's lie back down. We're gonna set up for double leg kick. So we're gonna take the circle. You're gonna bring it so that it's a halo around your booty or Saturn's rings. Pick your fantasy. You're gonna bring your right face cheek to the mat. And same thing, long fingers on your circle. Legs will be zipped together. Now from here, bending at the knees, kick the heels towards your booty 3 times. Closer, closer, closer. Take the legs long down onto the mat. Reach your arms not just behind you, but lift them up as you lift into your swan. Hold here, feel really active. Now bend the elbows, switch your gaze as you lower down, and we repeat. 3, 2, 1. Lower the legs, lift the upper body. Don't let the legs lift. And then lower down. Let's kick 3, 2, 1. Press down and lift up. Maybe you find a little squeeze onto your circle. And lower down, kick 3, 2, 1. Press and lift up. 2 more times here. Lower down and kick 3, 2, 1. And press, lift, and lengthen. Last time, kick 3, 2, 1. Press and lift up, hold. We go for our reverse 100. Lift your legs to a hover. Lift the arms up and down. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll only do 50 today because I've got something else planned for later. So stay lifted. You have 2 more times. And exhale. My back is on fire last time. And exhale. Lower everything down. Take your circle away. Press back into your child's pose. Or come to kneel and shake it out. We're going to return to our prone position. We're going to do another round of swan, but we're going to switch how we're using the circle. We're going to add a little bit of asymmetry as well. So from here, take a breath and come lie back down. This time you're going to take the circle, you're going to bring one pad to the floor, and then you're going to stack your hands one on top of the other on the topmost foam piece. From here, you're going to lower your head to the mat, and we're going to lift up into our swan and add a little press down onto the circle. So as you lift up into your swan, press down into your circle and lift up a little bit. Keep pulling the abs up, keep the pelvis down, and that same plug of the shoulders down the back still remains. We don't lose that here. Lower all the way back down and slowly release your engagement on the circle. Let's take that 2 more times. Press down, keep the collarbones wide, lift through your wide collarbones like they're gates opening. You're making a big entrance through your collarbones. And then lower back down. 1 more time like that. Press down and lift up. Nice big open, maybe a little dramatic on the last one. And then lower all the way back down. Let's add some asymmetry. Keep your left hand on the circle. Your other arm is going to come out to a T. From here, keep it hovering. You're going to press down with one arm, lift up and find your swan. Now try to stay even. Keep the shoulders square, hips evenly pressing down. And then lower back down. 2 more times. Press and lift up. And lower down. This last time we lift up and hold. From here, keep your press on the circle. Bring that long arm forward and then reach it towards your pinkies. Did I say reach towards your pinkies? I meant reach towards your hips. Oh, anatomy. 2 more times. Talking and doing is hard. Last time. Bring your arm back to a T, lower down, and we change to the other side. Sometimes you gotta laugh at some of the wacky things that you say. Bring your forehead down to the mat. Opposite arm is up to a T. Press into your circle as you lift up. And one side might feel dramatically different from the other. That's okay. Lower on down. We're sadly not symmetrical beings. Press and lift up on your next exhale. It would be very convenient if we were, right? And then slowly lower down. This last time we add those 5 T presses, press up and hold. Bring the arm forward and then reach the pinkies towards your hips. 4 more times. 3 more times. I'm shaking. 2 more times. Last time. Bring the arm back to your T position. Lower on down. Final thing here. Let's end where we started with the circle flat on the mat. Fingertips long along the foam. We're going to go for a little swimming. This is why we didn't do 100 hundreds. Lower back down. You're going to lift just your arms up off the mat. So keep everything down and just lift your arms. And then lower back down. Easier said than done because this is not easy. Lift up and lower down. 3 more times. Squeeze the back. Keep lifting your abdominals even here. Don't forget about your abs here. 2 more times. We don't want to take the load in the lower back. This last time, lift the arms up and hold. From here, lift up into your swan and hold. Lift your legs up and hold. Maybe squeeze in on the circle as you swim the legs up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, holy moly, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Find your child's pose once more, or sit back on your heels, stretch out your feet. That was spicy. That was very exciting. Let's do some more upper body. You can take this series in several different positions. You can sit cross-legged, you can sit in a chair, you can kneel, you can stand. That's what's nice about this series is that you have a lot of different options and it doesn't matter how much space you have because you can modify it accordingly. I'm going to kneel for demonstration purposes and for camera purposes, but you can always take other options here. So I'm going to start kneeling. My knees are going to be under my hips, so finding those bony landmarks of my hips, following that line down. So I'm not the width of my silhouette, I'm a little narrower. I still want to feel that inner thigh connection, despite my legs not being together. I'm going to take the circle, bring it in front of me, keep the shoulders plugged down the back. I want you to think about what we just did in swan. I want you to take that position, that prone position, and bring it to your more upright stance. So even here, might want to pop the booty or pop the chest. We want to find that nice long engaged position so that the ring of my hips, the ring of my ribs, and the ring of my crown of the head line up like concentric circles. My shins are active into the mat, and I should feel work here. You should feel work here. This is not easy to hold. We really need a lot of abdominals 360 to maintain this lifted position. From here, all we're going to do without changing anything is lift the arms up to the ceiling and then lower the arms back to the start position. So as we lift, close the ribs, try not to splay the chest open, and bring it back down. You have 3 more times. Feel how your shoulder blades move along your back. As you lift the arm up, the shoulder blades kind of hook under towards the front body. And lower it down. This last time, lift up and hold. Let's pulse into the circle for 10, 9, 8, grow taller, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Take a couple shoulder rolls. Let it feel good. All right, we add on. Little shoulder stability challenge. You're going to lift the arms up so that you're nice and aligned with your shoulders. Now from here, keeping a little squeeze on your circle the whole time, bend at the elbows, don't let them drop, and then straighten the arms. Bend, keeping the elbows aligned with the shoulders, and press. 3 more times. Try not to fall backwards. Nothing else changes in the body. Last time. Keep the arms bent and hold. Squeeze in on your circle. Slide the arms up a little bit and lower down. And lift and lower. 3 more times. Oh my goodness. Collarbones are wide. Abs are working. Last time, straighten all the way to the ceiling. Final round of triceps, bend at the elbows. Behind you, and then press straight. Don't let the shoulders come up towards the ears. Keep growing taller away from the mat. And don't forget to breathe. So many things. Last time, take the arms to the ceiling, lower them all the way down. Woohoo, shake it out. Let's go around the world. We're gonna move the circle to our right hip. And I say hip, but I actually mean slightly lower than your hip. You wanna find a position where your arm can be straight and the circle is nice and parallel to the floor. So it's gonna look a little different for everyone. Your other hand is gonna come to your hip. And same thing here, keeping that stack of your ribs, hips, and crown of the head. Collarbones are nice and wide. All we're gonna do here, same thing, nothing changes. We're gonna press in on our circle and then release. If you need to take a slight bend of the elbow here, totally valid. A lot of us are hyperextended. So what that means is the elbow can kind of get into an extreme position when it's straight. We wanna make sure that the joints aren't moving the circle. Once again, we wanna find that back squeeze, and that's what initiates the hug-in of the circle. So it's not my hand, it's not my forearm, it's not bending my elbow. It's the whole back body squeezing in towards center. Let's take one more here. Now from here, we're gonna do pulses. You're gonna press the circle in a little bit and then go deeper as you pulse in, in. Try not to shift in your hips. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the circle. Bring that hand that's on your hip up to the ceiling. Tip at the waist over, find a side bend. You can reach the circle a little bit over, and then come all the way back up. And tip over, staying sandwiched between those 2 panes of glass, and come up. One more time like that. And come up. Before we go to the other side, you're gonna bring the circle behind you. Long fingers along the foam. And this is already a little hard to hold. You might feel a little stretch in your chest as well. This requires a little bit of extension work here. So I want you to feel your triceps spiral behind you. Think of that top arm bone, your humerus, spiral backwards, like you've got a piece of tape or a tattoo on your tricep. Turn it behind you and show it off to whoever's in your home right now, or to the ghosts in your apartment like mine. So from here, keeping that squeeze of the back, we're gonna go for a little reverse chest expansion. You're just gonna lift the arms up as high as they can go without changing your shape, and then bring it back down. Let's go 3 more times here. And bring it down. 1 more time. Lower it back down. We add on, lift the arms up and hold. Now keep the lift of the upper arm, bend your elbows higher to bring the circle closer to your booty. Now you row the circle down your booty and then lift it back up behind you to create a circle. Take it bent, straighten, and lengthen back behind you. 1 more time. In this direction. Ooh, spoiler alert. Now we reverse the circle. You bring the circle towards your booty, row it up your booty, and then keep the lift of those elbows as the arms extend behind you. 2 more times. Keep engaging through the center line. 1 more time. Lower down. We've made it to the other side. Final side, final time. So keeping that arm long, checking in with any hyperextension of the elbow. If you feel like you need to take a bend of the elbow, totally valid here. We want the whole arm to move together. So from here, staying nice and lifted without shifting side to side, press in towards your center and resist. Bring it back up and press and release and engage that back. So you're going to feel a lot of work kind of right behind your armpit. If you feel a lot of work in your wrists or in your forearms, I want you to try to hold the work more into your center line. Even when we're thinking about the upper back or the hips, we want to think as proximal to our powerhouse, to our center line as possible. So if your focus or you're feeling like the work is very far from your abdominals, far from your powerhouse, we probably need to renegotiate and figure out how to draw in a little bit more literally to center. Let's do 2 more here. Last time, press and hold. Now we go deeper for our pulses. Pulse, pulse, stay lifted for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release and shake it out. Final thing here, we're gonna add a little twist. Bringing back to center, hands come on, fingers are the opposite direction than we've been working. We're gonna take the arms up to the ceiling once more. You're gonna find a big twist of the rib cage to the right, and then come back through center. Find a little squeeze in on your circle, grow taller like you're gonna ascend through the center of the circle, and come back through center. And twist, and center, and twist, and center, for 4, and center, and 3, and center, 2, just feel nice and long here as we close out. Last time, and center. Lower your arms down, shake it out. Let's do a quick little tricep and shoulder stretch to close out. Take your right arm straight across your body, hook your left arm, and just give it a little pull. Make sure that the shoulders are dropped, and you actually get a deeper stretch when you do this. If your shoulder is hiking up towards your ears, just try to soften them down your back. Let's take that arm behind us into a tricep stretch. So you'll take the arm long behind you. You can option press the elbow down, or you can reach and take a little stretch. A couple of different options here. If you have a band nearby, or you can even use your circle to help assist with your tricep stretch. Lots of options. Let's release that and shake it out, and then go to the other side. I'm spinning around myself. Take the left arm across, take your shoulder stretch. A lot of good spicy work. The magic circle is magical. It's also very fiery. It's kind of a ring of fire in a way. But there's so many cool variations to do with it. It's a very exciting piece of apparatus. Let's take that hand back, find our tricep stretch. And same thing here, you can bring the hand behind and try to clasp the fingers, or you can bring the circle behind you and assist with your stretch as well. Either way, breathe easy. Release the arms. Let's take 3 big arm circles in each direction. So just take the arms up and around. And I don't care too much about form here. You can rock the head side to side, just let it feel good. Splay the ribs a little bit, and then reverse your circle. Rock side to side, get a little gooey, let it feel good. Because we're all done. Fabulous. Great job, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this class. It was quick, but really powerful. And if you like this style of class, let me know in the comments below. There's a lot we can do with this magical magic circle. All right, thanks for joining me, and until next time, see you soon. Bye.